The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's webinar. Today we're going to continue our conversation as it relates to educational and recreational based businesses and their digital marketing needs. And tonight we're going to focus mostly on how to contact these businesses and do a consultation that will lead to a great qualified appointment with our sales specialists and product support. So again, good evening, and this will be a recorded session and it will be loaded onto our YouTube channel, which again is youtube.com/official MAWC. So as we talked about last week, everything that we do starts and ends with the 5 C's. So when we're talking about the 5 C's, we first need to identify leads, our candidates. We need to do some research on these candidates before we can contact them. So last week we talked about our candidates and some current research we can do, and tonight we're going to talk more about contacting and consulting with these businesses. So again, before you can contact anyone, you got to have a list. So just a real quick recap. In the education, recreational businesses, we're talking about studios and various schools. Let's take a look at this list. We've got trade schools, maybe contractors, building trade schools, drafting, landscape contracting, plumbing, HVAC, mechanical institutions, auto repair, maybe a technical institute. We also have health and beauty schools like cosmetology schools, massage therapy schools, school for aesthetics, personal training and nutrition, allied health professionals. In terms of institution, we've got private schools, municipalities, maybe some booster clubs and things like that. We also have ongoing adult education and community colleges. And then in the recreational world, we have preschools, daycare studios, maybe pre-K learning, nursery schools, dance studios, martial arts studios, dojos, gymnastics, religious schools, and so many more. But here's a good list for you to start brainstorming who you may know in each of those different businesses. Then we're going to do some current research. And what are we going to do? We're going to first Google them to find out a little more about their current online situation, and it gives you some motivation to contact them and prepares you with some good questions to ask, right? It gives you that assumptive question asking ability so that you can steer the conversation and really help the business owner reflect on their current digital marketing needs. But once we've done that, it's now time to contact, right? So with a little information in your back pocket as the conversation starter, we're going to go ahead and contact them. So let's talk about a simple format and bullet points for booking appointments. The key points really are the same across all quote-unquote scripts, and you just want to touch upon each of these. You don't want to be reading from scripts. You're going to sound scripted. So, write down a couple bullet points that keep you on task or on track, and there's many, many videos and training resources on appointment setting. So the first thing is what we call the pattern interrupt. Did I catch you at a good time, or are you in the middle of something? And again, when you're talking to someone on the phone, the typical conversation starts with, "Hi, how are you today?" or "How's your day going?" And quite honestly, it's just habitual and it becomes very monotonous and no one's really paying attention to anyone at that point. But when you ask a question like this, it stops them and makes them think and answer the question. And whether they are or aren't busy, it doesn't matter. So did I catch you at a good time, or are you in the middle of something? And yeah, of course, they're busy business owners. They're going to be in the middle of something. And just like you or I, or 98% of the population, everyone's busy doing something. But what it does is it just opens up the next line, right? The next line, I really don't want any of your time right now. The reason I'm calling is, right? You have to have a reason. The reason I'm calling is. So whether they say, yeah, right now's not a good time, or yeah, I've got, a couple minutes, what's going on? Then you can say, well, I don't really want any of your time now, right? You're looking to just schedule an appointment. You're scheduling the next meeting time to do a consultation, maybe 10 or 15-minute phone consultation, or a cup of coffee, or a time to sit down and learn more about their business. So, hi, did I catch you at a good time? You're in the middle of something. I don't want any of your time now. So the reason I'm calling is I want to get together to learn more about your business to see how I might be able to help, right? That's really what you're doing. You're trying to find a way to learn more about their business and to open up that relationship by also offering how you can assist or help their business. And what you can do is add the curiosity statement by adding in, hey, I did a little bit of research and I have some ideas that I'd like to share. And did you do research? Absolutely. Do you have some great tips and tricks and some things that you can share with them? Absolutely. If you find that they've got competitors online, or you've done some spot checking of some reviews, or you've looked at their website and you've got some great things that you can talk to them about, then you can certainly say that I did a little research and I have some information I think you'd like to hear about. How soon could we meet or set up a 10 to 15 minute call? So you're not asking them for an hour and a half, 2 hours. You're not even asking them to leave their office or really schedule that much time when you do it this way. You're simply just asking for a brief 10 to 15 minutes to continue the relationship and ask more questions, right? So it's very, very easy to do. This is the simple sales approach, right? Did I catch you at a good time, or are you in the middle of something? Oh, right now is really not a good time. Okay, well, I don't really want any of your time now. The reason I'm calling is I simply want to get together to learn more about your business, to see how I might be able to help. I did a little research, looked at your website and some searches, and I have some ideas that I'd like to share with you. How soon could we set up a 10 to 15 minute call to discuss this, right? All of a sudden, when you have that line, they might say, well, I've got 10 or 15 minutes now. You have the option then at continuing your consultation then by having your assessment sheets with you. Or you can say, well, now's not a really good time. I was just trying to find time that you might be available later on today or tomorrow, or maybe Thursday or Friday, what works better for you. But the idea is it puts you in some control. But once you have the opening and they say, yeah, I'm ready, then you've got a great chance of scheduling a demonstration. Even though you're just in the consultation stage, they are already opening up, and you're going to have some information to share as well as to learn more about them. So it's a very non-confrontational, non-salesy approach. It's not a cold call, it's not a pitch, but you're looking to offer some solutions to them. So then once someone confirms, yeah, Thursday at 1 o'clock sounds great, then you want to make sure that it's a solid appointment. They want them to respect your time, and you want to respect their time. So you can use a line such as, do you see anything that might get in the way of us speaking? Or do you see anything in your schedule that might prevent us from keeping this time? You want to make sure that they respect your time as well. And if something has the chance of coming up, it's your chance now to schedule a better time rather than having a no-show. And if you are concerned, you can use the professional tie down. I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm sure you hate last minute cancellations just like I do. So I look forward to speaking with you Thursday at 1 o'clock. It lets them know that you are a professional and you're going to treat them with courtesy and respect. And you also expect the same, right? It's a way that you can plant the seed so that if they were going to no show or something were going to come up, when you say, I'm looking forward to speaking with you, it further solidifies the appointment and lets them know that, hey, you're a professional. Let's make this a serious appointment for both of us, right? So again, this is a great way to avoid cancellations and no-shows. I've heard many other variations of this. One is, hey, should I put this in pen or pencil? And if someone says, well, what do you mean by pencil? Is it something that's going to get moved? Well, yeah, it probably can get moved. So, just jot it down in pencil, or we'll make it tentative. Well, in that case, why don't we find a better time to schedule it? Because I like to keep my appointments. I'm going to put it in ink. Right? So there's different ways, and obviously you want to have your own personality. Again, it's not about having a script, it's about having the concept. You want to have a way to have a solid appointment. You want to have a way to make sure that you have a professional tie down that fits within your personality. From here, it's very simple, right? The contact thing was very simple. You're just looking to schedule not a sales demo, not an overview with product specialists. You're not looking to sell any of our products or services. You're simply looking for a 10 to 15 minute consultation time, right? So which consultation sheets do we have? Well, based on your research and where you think that they might need some support, you're going to choose either the website design and management assessment or the digital and social media marketing assessment. You're going to start with one of those two. Or if you're not quite sure, you can do the website design and management assessment, fill in some of the research that you've already done, and then also fill in some of the questions that you've identified on the digital and social media marketing assessment, and then pick 5 or 6 questions from each, and you can actually get both of these done in one appointment time. The business spending assessment we're going to cover here in a little bit, but the idea is the business spending assessment is a great way to leverage our education and recreational businesses because they've got plenty of office supply needs. They've got plenty of educational and promotional support material needs. They've got printing needs. So it's another great way to start that conversation. So once you're at that consultation appointment, you're going to want to print the search engine results page, right? Do some of the searches that you've done. Dance studios in Manchester, New Hampshire, dance studios in Nashua, New Hampshire, maybe ballet lessons or ballroom dance, right? Some keywords as well as some geographies in that area. And when you've done that, you can print their ranking, and they can't dispute where their ranking is for various keyword terms or the locations, right? Now, if you're meeting face-to-face, this can be very eye-opening because they can see it right there in black and white. If you're going to be doing a phone consultation, you might even take a screenshot and email it to them and reference it during your appointment. You can even take a snapshot on your phone and send them a text message with the image there as well. But in this, they also get to see their competition in the results, right? And that's very concerning for business owners when they start seeing their competition ranking higher than them for the searches and the keywords that they would like to rank for. And lastly, it is the reason or the excuse to meet, right? When you stated, I have some important information I'd like to share, or when I was doing some research, I found, right? I found that your competitors are showing up and you're not, right? So that is some of the information that you can share. You can also share some information based on the website. You know, I found that I looked at your website on my laptop and it was beautiful. Congratulations. However, I did notice that your website was not mobile friendly. Do you know what that means? Have you considered having a responsive website? Or do you currently do any calendars or online booking or e-commerce? Or what are some things that are important on your website? Here is what we know has been proven to work for educational businesses. And where are you going to consult and share this information from? You're going to find these one-liners through your marketing manual, right? You're going to find the needs available for an educational, recreational business in the marketing manual. So again, it's not your time to sell, pitch, or promote, but it is your time to consult and educate, right? You want to share some valuable information that will allow them to see you as a professional. And in upcoming webinars, we're going to actually talk about some more of those details and why an educational business needs certain items. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to be discussing is SEO, local and regional search engine optimization, right? So search engine optimization ensures the business ranks high on search engines like Google and Yahoo when a consumer is looking for a specific product or service. And of course, where are most people doing their searches currently? They're doing them on a mobile device. And that's why it's so important that they've got a mobile responsive website, because Google is actually ranking businesses based on their mobile presence as well. You know, we'll discuss desired goals related to their website, the geographic areas they want to reach, the demographics of the desired customer, and then the SEO task related to the keywords, right? So we're going to handle all that, right? So it's important to listen. Is their site showing up in search? Are there areas that they would like to be found that they're not currently showing up? Are they ranking against their competition? And certainly if they're not ranking for natural or organic SEO, search engine optimization, they certainly want to look at Google AdWords. And Google AdWords are also great campaigns to run if they're looking to boost or increase enrollment. And again, now is a great time of year to be focusing on that, increasing enrollment, because right now people are looking for fall scheduling. So having Google AdWords presence is important. So our specialists will actually guide them through the AdWords process. They're going to take care of the subjects like account creation, campaigns, budgets, networks, different targeting and geographical targeting. So listen, ask them, do you currently do any AdWords with Google? Who does your AdWords? Is anyone managing that? Do you need to see quick results? Are you doing any campaigns where you might just see more traffic to your website? Or maybe they have a great website and they just need some help marketing it, right? And Google AdWords is certainly a great service that we can provide. Also, social media. Social media management is a huge growing division that we need to focus on, right? Businesses need to be social. They need to be engaged with their Facebook fans, their Instagram followers, their Twitter accounts, right? So we offer smooth, results-driven packages And our specialists create the profiles and social media sites. They post written and image-driven content each week, and they respond to comments or questions that might arise on these sites. So they create engagement, right? The other thing might be the review sites, the business directories or listings. Maybe they're looking for online reputation management, right? So online reputation management services include a monthly scan of the online world for negative reviews, clear reporting of activity on consumer review sites that could affect revenue, profits, and foot traffic, right? So listen, are they leveraging social media? Do they know what's being said about them online? Are they consistent with posting and responding? Do they monitor their online reviews and what's being said out there? Do they know what their online reputation is? Are there any discrepancies on their business listings, right? So these are all things that we want to be listening for in our consultation. And of course, Facebook advertising is another great product or service that they should be leveraging, right? Billions of people are on Facebook, and we can help them build an audience there as well. So we're going to discuss target market demographics, the geographic area they want to reach, and other vital details to kick off a campaign. And then they can expect a monthly consultation and report detailing exactly where their dollars are going when it comes to their Facebook ad campaigns. So are they on Facebook? Could they use increased exposure? Do they want to grow engagement on their business Facebook page or even drive traffic to their website? So with social media activity nowadays, especially through these months, maybe Facebook advertising would be a great place to start with one of these types of businesses to drive enrollment. Okay. And then, of course, we have all of our other B2B services. We're going to talk a little bit about merchant services with iTransact, Shop Local, and the Shop Partner Program. How about commercial accounts and our exclusive brands? And, of course, our business spending. So we can start asking them the questions. Are you looking to decrease expenses? We've got a way that you can save money on a lot of your various business expenses. And you could either schedule a business spending assessment. You could walk them through the shop.com/shop business page. And then you can also ask questions like, who's doing your marketing? What is your biggest budget line item? Is it marketing, advertising, obviously payroll? What about merchant services? Are you currently happy with your merchant service provider, or would you be open to a rate quote if we could help you potentially save some money, right? So businesses use merchant services, right? So it's just a referral approach for iTransact. You could also see if they're looking to save money on some business items, such as cleaning supplies, right? For personal use. A business that wants to use exclusive MA branded products for their business. For example, a school that wants to use the Snap disinfectant in their day-to-day operations, or maybe the dishwashing concentrate, or even a daycare that would like to use their DNA Miracles products, right? There's so many things in our commercial accounts. You can even take a look at some of these other potential products. Besides Snap, we also have Pure H2O water filtration, DNA Miracles we recommended and suggested. But also, what about if you're working with an auto repair technical institute? How about Friction Free? How about the AutoWorks? How about when you're working with maybe a cosmetology school, talking about Skintelligence or Royal Spa? How about Clear Shield for the those in trade schools? How about those that are working with coloring items, nail techs, maybe even in that cosmetology school, they're going to be working with a lot of color. Then obviously they would want to use maybe Clear Shield to protect their skin. Or how about just energy and having some mocha tonics for staff or students so they can pay attention better in class. And of course, we also have Motos by Lauren Ridinger as another potential product when it comes to maybe an aesthetics or cosmetology school. So sometimes you got to think outside of the box, and it simply just comes down to asking some questions. What product lines are you currently using? Are you looking for a way to save some money on some of your janitorial supplies? Or are you also looking for a way to use some high quality products for use during school? Right? So once you've asked all of these questions, you're just gathering so much data, and that data is to really identify the best solution, right? And to propose a package that's going to best help them. So of course, the website demo with a product specialist might be the next step, or digital marketing product overview with a specialist, right? Maybe for iTransact, you make the online referral. For Shop Local, you can walk them through the process on your shop.com. Maybe watch the Shop Local for Merchants 1-minute video, or send them the email from your unfranchised.com. Or for commercial accounts or APN or spending nows, just schedule a follow-up appointment to identify the best products and or propose the pricing. So really what happens here is that you can say, hey, thank you for sharing so much information. I really understood a little bit more about your business, as well as some of the research that I did. And what I would recommend is that the next step would be, I would like to schedule a time with our web specialist to review some ways to address your image gallery, or ways to help you with your search engine optimization rankings and some of the challenges you're facing. So the answer or the solution to any of the needs that were uncovered is an appointment with a specialist that can help them fill that need. Now, I can't make any guarantees that it's going to be a perfect fit for what you need, but I can guarantee that you'll learn something and you'll be proposed a great package that can solve that need that we just discussed. So again, the consultation is where you're going to add tremendous value and be able to set qualified appointments with our product specialists. And that's really the close. Your only job is to close them into another appointment with a product specialist. So what are we selling? Are we selling the technology? No. Are we selling the features and benefits? No. We're selling the appointments. Right? When our first contact happens, we're selling an appointment as a consultation to learn more and add some value. From there, we're selling another appointment, which is to actually propose having them work with one of our specialists to get some more information. And at that point, the product specialists are going to answer questions and actually move forward there. So what you say depends on what you learn during the conversation and the consultation, right? Use the information to build strong reason to meet with the product specialist. And again, refer back to some of the needs that they voiced their concerns about. Not that you found in your research, but that you had them state to you was important, right? So based on what you've shared with me about wanting to have more accurate representation on social media, specifically leveraging Instagram, what I'd like to do is set an appointment for our social media specialist to address your concerns, but also speak about some of the reviews you've noticed as well. What works best for you, mornings or afternoons? Right? So what you've done is you've clarified and identified that you were listening to them and you heard their needs, and then you're proposing that they speak with a specialist to address those concerns where they can learn more about it. It's a fantastic fit. So as a reminder, you have tremendous teams of professionals, right? You've got our product specialists, you've got our design and digital teams, as well as customer care. So leverage them, use them. And now let's take a look at some of our education-based website designs that have come out recently. And you'll see that we do incredible work across all sorts of different education-based businesses, whether it's an early learning and childhood care facility like Keystone Stars, or it could be a tutoring facility that's something that's a little bit more advanced. Maybe it's a daycare like Babes in Toyland, right? Or it could be even a Christian school. And again, we could actually talk about the university level, and this is actually more of a funding site, but this design was approved and it's great. It's for students that are looking for a way to fund their college tuition. Or you could also look at Where Kids Grow, right? Chesapeake Christian Learning Center. And look at that beautiful picture of the kids smiling, having a great time in school. So let's flip through those again and let's take a look at these, right? So what do we see that we like? It's vibrant, it's colorful, there's a mission statement, again, large photo of a child actually doing some work. It's fantastic. For the tutoring site, what do we see? We see right at the top, they're trying to drive leads, right? So right at the top, you'll see in the header an email form button, right? Send me information now with an email link there. So they're going to drive traffic to this site and get leads of people that want more information. There's also a link to watch a video. It's phenomenal. And Babes in Toyland, again, vibrant, colorful, and you can even see the fonts, right? The font is specifically related to this demographic, people that are looking for daycare or preschool, right? It's incredible. You can also see that they've got their links right to their social sites and also the callouts, right? So even though there's this blue color scheme and you see the background of some of these little images of, I like to call them sandbox toys, you can see the great header image and then the doll right there. But then in orange, join us, right? Join us. That's the call to action, a phone number or click here. Fantastic. And of course, the Christian school here, we've got some various images and a nice background at the top, very visually appealing. And then they've got the two different sections, the ministries and about us. And of course, their links to other information on the left-hand side. right? And then when we look at the university funding, again, very nice imagery in the header. And then, of course, we've got 4 different callouts here for different areas of their business, whether it's financial aid help, paying out of pocket, their retirement, and events, right? And then it's all mobile responsive, very nice. And of course, where you've got Chesapeake Christian Learning Center on the right-hand side, again, look at how soft but colorful, again, this website is. It's very inviting, and it has the branding so that people will actually want to learn more, want to bring their child to this facility. So beautiful, beautiful site design, as we always have. So again, we want to make sure that we go to the marketing manual, right? Go to the marketing manual and read all the different items. And when you're doing your research, those are things that you're looking for. When you're going to a website, you're going to be looking for photography, and you're going to be looking for their search results and what types of searches to do. For social media, again, you want to see that they have some engagement there. And you can look at the recommendations for education studios and schools, right? The marketing manual is a tremendous resource that you can even share with your candidate during your consultation and walk them through some of the recommendations. And again, it allows you to offer that third-party credibility for what you're stating. And again, right in the marketing manual, it also talks about business spending as well as commercial account information and other recommendations. So your weekly action items this week are to connect and reach out to 5 businesses per day, and really it's 5 contacts per day, I should say. 3 focused on WebCenter, and 2 for your unfranchised business. So very simple. Make a phone call, send a text message, send an email, send a private message, however you normally communicate with these individuals, but 3 per day. Think of what would happen if you contacted 3 businesses this week, every single day. You'd have 15 contacts, and you could schedule hopefully 2 or 3 consultations out of that activity. Now again, are there going to be no's? Are there going to be voicemails? Of course, that's part of it, but don't focus on the 80%, focus on the 20%, right? Focus on the 20% that are actually going to move forward and schedule an appointment with you. And of course, we always want to be focusing on building our unfranchised business and sharing the shopping annuity. So 2 per day, that would be 10 per week. What would happen? 15 website candidate contacts per week and 10 unfranchised business contacts per week. Your business will definitely grow if you continue this type of activity. You also want to learn, practice, and use the simple approach. I would highly encourage you to partner with someone from the WebCenter Owner Support Group on Facebook, or even a senior partner, a junior partner, someone you can work with, and maybe make some calls to them and role play a little bit. Maybe contact 2 or 3 people doing a role play, and then make your call to your WebCenter or website candidate. You kind of flesh out some of the fumbles and bumbles first before you make that call. And of course, all of our resources are available for you on mawc411.com, but we also have a great YouTube channel, youtube.com/officialmawc, and of course our blog at blogmawebcenters.com, and leverage those resources with your candidates as well. And of course, we've got the youtube.com/MAWebCentersOfficial, and that is the client-facing YouTube channel where you can share more information about digital marketing, maybe even just SEO or online reputation management, or any of our other recorded videos that we've provided for our clients and candidates. You can find on that channel. So the official MAWC is for you, the Web Center owner, more training and education based, but the blog mawebcenters.com blog is client-facing as well, and feel free to share that information. So I hope you have a great week. And again, it really comes down to taking action. I've always said that success comes down to attitude, activity, and skill. So you've got the right mindset. You're getting trained and educated. So your attitude is in check. The next thing that we want to do is we want to build in some activity, and you're going to enhance and increase your skill level by the increased activity. So if you just focus on the activity, you are sure to grow and learn and earn at the same time. So have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's webinar, where we conduct another recording and another webinar based on the educational-based businesses.